I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
The big dumper, Cal Raleigh. It was awesome. O'Neal Cruz hitting moonshots. I don't know. There's my kid plays travel baseball. I've told you that a million times. But he watches, and all the kids in the travel baseball, in the Little League baseball world, they all watch the baseball bros, the baseball bat bros. And they basically try different bats and hit bombs. And I watch it too. I freaking love these dudes, the baseball bat bros. They're the best. And so watching home runs and watching moonshots is the greatest thing in the world. And then you're seeing the best of the best, do it. I thought it was great for Major League Baseball. I thought it was cool. I thought it looked cool. I thought there was flavor, right? Like O'Neal Cruz had a swag, Caminero. It was just well done. I thought it was important for MLB. Like, you want to talk about getting young and going after the kids. Like, kids loved it. Like, I had Massimo. He had a game last night, and Massimo was watching it, and we were like, dude, how about that shot? Look at that. 545 feet off the hotel room window. It's great. And that park is pretty cool. Truist Park in Atlanta. And so the setup was great. And it was I just loved it. All right. I have to admit, I thought it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And the big jumper rallies against Caminero. I thought Caminero was going to win it. And he was a long shot to win it. And Cal Raleigh was just, what a great story. His father is pitching. His brother, 15-year-old, is catching. The dad's got the big beer belly, right? Baseball guy, throwing a BP. Fabulous. Just had everything, man. I love that stuff. Good morning, VG.
Yo, what's up, man?
Do you like it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah, of course.
I know people, we're such a society that likes to rip things.
I got some things to rip on it, but yeah.
But our first reaction is always the negative.
Yeah.
And I always like to look at something like, into something, enjoy something. I thought it was cool.
I like the format. I thought it was fun.
I thought the format's great.
Yeah.
They get a little junky with the bonus outs, but all right, like you get 4 outs. You should only get 3 outs. No bonus out.
If you're going to give the 425's not that difficult, apparently. Everybody hits it.
Needs to be farther than 425.
You get the bonus out like 475 or something.
Should be 500 feet. You get a 500-foot home run, you get a bonus.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of them that were hit. Yeah. Like, that should matter.
And O'Neal Cruz, he's a nice center fielder on the Pirates. They trade people.
That kid, if that kid ever puts it together, he's a little bit of a head case.
Yeah.
If he ever puts it together, just the swing, like he's got that torque. It's just beautiful. Left-handed,
6'7",
and right, and just tall, thin, and
Yeah.
He's like the opposite of Judge. Judge, right-hander, big, thick, right. And Cruz is lefty. Sleek, right?
Yeah.
Quick through the zone, great stuff.
Dude, it was so
much
fun.
I love Raleigh. Cal was the man.
But I like how all the Dominicans, all gather.
Yeah, they were cool, man.
Yeah.
Vlad was
trying to
giving
help
advice.
each other.
Yeah, it was great. Like all that stuff. I just thought it was a well done event. Like I wish there were, bigger stars. Like Judge should be in it.
Schwarber and Judge should have been in it.
Yeah.
Like I just can't wait next year. Citizens Bank.
Well, that's got me excited because one of the reasons why I was really into the All-Star Game this year was because we got it next year in the summer of Philadelphia, the year of Philadelphia, where we have all the All-Star Games, the World Cup, as we've been telling you, and every other big event in the country to celebrate 250 years. It's going to be awesome. And the home run at a Citizens Bank Park, wow.
Everything's going to be flying out.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Like 35 out of 40 pitches might go.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I mean, the coverage, it doesn't seem like there's moments where like the camera's trying to find a ball in the air and you're getting a little dizzy with it.
Yeah.
Can they?
Well, the problem is when they're on a roll and they're banging home runs, they're like trying to go as quick as possible, right, to see each one of them.
So can't we do like the split screen where you're pitcher, batter, and the other side like the golf tracers?
They did.
No, but they don't do like they don't keep it on it, so you can just see if it's flying out or not.
The one channel I was watching, they had like the sports tracking.
I mean, every now and then you would have a tracer, but it's just do it like golf does with the drives.
They had drones.
Yeah,
they had drones watching the ball. They had like
what channel are you on?
I don't know. I think I was on like some separate channel, but they had all of that. They had the tracker. They had drones. They had all of this stuff.
You weren't on ESPN?
It was on split screen.
Or something?
It must have been on ESPN
we had a split screen, but yeah,
it wasn't the
my
main
only
like golf. I would agree.
That's my only complaint.
I would agree.
I mean, have a swing off. You're talking 0.08 feet difference between big dumper and rooker.
Yeah. No, you're
best
right.
Best out of 3 or best out of 5.
You gotta have a swing off.
Yeah.
I agree. You can't go by my feet.
No,
you gotta have it. You gotta have a swing
let them
off.
bash it out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I
Other
agree
than
with
that, I thought it was good. It was a lot of fun.
It celebrates the game of baseball. I want to start and joining us, Steve Noworyta, who used to run the Phillies farm system. And I love Stevie. Stevie's a great baseball man. Spent his life. He was with the White Sox, the Phils, and we're going to talk about Gage.
Cool.
All right. Like, we'll ask him all about, like, what that process is in the draft and all.
They loaded up on the arms. First 8 picks.
What's that tell you?
Yeah, they're looking first 8 picks, 7 of them are 4-year college players, so they're looking for some mature people who can come up and maybe contribute.
Which is smart, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when you think about it, it's a smart strategy where you listen, go for it. Let's just load up on arms. You need to win now, and you can find some. You can find some arms, and look, I brought it up earlier, and I'm going to bring it up to Steve. But Gage Wood in October, why not? I mean, if the kid is what he is, and he's humming it 98,
right?
The kid, you can't see that. Like if they haven't seen you, that's such an advantage.
If he's 98 and throwing strikes, bring him up. Bring him up.
Let me look at him because here's the thing. That stuff that he's got, Sammy played college ball. He knows. When you're humming it like that, he pounds the upper half of the zone. Wicked stuff. Like got great movement, got a tail on it. And he throws that riser too that just explodes at the top of the zone, Sam, that you can't get that around. You're a right-handed power hitter. You're going to look at that, man. You're going to be like, damn, I'm going to be late. And like that. I'm all for that.
Should play at this level, at any level. That should play 98. Some movement.
I want to ask you guys, all right, like just to start, where are we with MLB? Like when I look, like I love MLB, right? Like we love it, right? We all love it. Obviously, the Phillies are good. There's things I would tweak. There's too many dead teams. There's the disparity between haves and have-nots.
The White Sox and Pirates should not happen. Or the Rockies and the Pirates.
And now the Rays just got sold.
Yeah.
Right? But all that, I don't understand why they can't get through a hard cap and they just don't do it.
Floor. There's got to be a floor.
It's got to be a floor. I think that's
what's
one of the
going on in
biggest things.
Pittsburgh is just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But you need, why the NFL was so great is that it's just an even playing field, right? So Green Bay can be just as effective as the Rams.
Yeah. I mean, some people get their edge. Like if you get a Howie Wizard, you get a
No,
little.
but the point is, you have X amount. Everybody's got the same amount of money to spend. Everybody's got the same rule. Like you're operating under the same rules, even when it comes to scouting and draft picks. You know, baseball draft is crazy because you're going to draft kids not on based off of talent, about how much they're going to sign for. Like there's a lot of money.
Like the MLB, the Players Association is never going to go like. Well, they're not going to be cool with that in my memory.
But that's
they've
a problem.
They've always been the strongest.
Been,
like they're the shutdowns that are like, oh man, because there's nothing else going on in the summer, and then you get that shutdown.
I know.
Like, brutal.
And to this day, I still think baseball lost its perch as number one in this country
100%
when it went away.
Yep. 100%.
It went away in 94, right? And, listen, would it football overtaken it? Yeah. But it was still, it was like 1A, 1B.
Mm-hmm.
And when it went away and they canceled the World Series, I just think people just went, all right. And it hurt a lot. It hurt the game.
Never been the same.
No.
Mm-mm. And they have a marketing issue, man. Like, I don't know who they got to hire. They have some really good, young, fun players. And I don't know why they just can't break through and be like really lean on those personalities.
I don't know. They're pretty progressive when it comes to social media. Like they have one of the best social media platforms.
Yeah, there's something going on though. Like I don't know why. Maybe because some of it's the language barrier. Maybe you got the O'Neal Cruz, Ellie De La Cruz. Like they should be, especially Ellie De La Cruz, should be a big fun star. Like in all kinds of commercials and stuff.
No, their biggest problems. I don't think it's that because like Ellie, I love Ellie De La Cruz like you do. He's also a great kid. Like he wants to learn English.
Yeah.
Because he wants to communicate. Yeah. He's working on his English. He doesn't like to use an interpreter. I think their biggest thing is they just became a regional sport. Like they lost.
How can it be regional though? Because everybody plays it.
Yeah, but everybody lost the. When we were growing up, the game of the week was a big deal.
Yeah.
And with so many games, it just gets lost. It's not an event anymore. Well, and you need an event to be. Look at the NBA. The NBA is an event because of the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Stars in the playoffs. During the regular season, it doesn't have that,
Right. I mean, does any league, hockey, regular
NFL.
season? Well, NFL, you have the 17 games, so everything's just hyper-focused. Like if there were 82 football games, I think, we get a little same with that.
Never, but I get your point. No, I just think it's. I mean, it's
they
more of a regional sport than ever. Like, it's weird. I do a show on Fox, right? And we rarely talk baseball. I want to talk it, but not a lot of people know it, like nationally, and B. There's not the interest in it.
Not a lot of people know the game or know like the teams
like
and the players.
Like the hosts that I work with, a lot of them you're an ex-football player. I mean, how much you're going to know about the baseball?
I mean, everybody plays it. That's what the thing is. Not everybody plays football.
But not everybody follows it.
Right. Wow. That's why they got to say why.
That's the point. They don't follow it.
The length of games was a problem.
I don't know that everybody plays it, dude. I dispute that.
What? Everybody doesn't play T-ball?
I don't. Listen, I'm in the middle of it, right? There's a lot of non-baseball playing. It wasn't like we were kids, everybody played it.
Right.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Joe, did you play baseball?
Yeah, he played it. Sammy, obviously, he's a college player.
My nephew played it.
Andrew's brother was a really good player.
Yeah, I played too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the game suffered on the televised broadcast because it was so slow, and you're 3.5 hour games.
Kids, I'll be honest with you. We don't have a huge Little League turnout. We don't. And Mulligan Hill, we don't have a huge, and that's sweet spot baseball, right?
Yeah.
Suburbs.
Maybe I'm just out of touch. I assume
no,
everybody
I just think
plays
the way it all evolved. Basketball. Everybody plays basketball.
Well, the highlights you get and stuff.
But everybody plays basketball. Like every kid loves hoop. Every kid loves hoop.
Interesting.
Kids love hoop more than baseball.
Hoop youth kids?
Yeah, not even close. That's not even close.
All right.
And you know, listen, it's a farce because you know, you're looking at kids, you're going, like I tell my kids, like when they were playing, and you know, Massimo still plays and he's an all right player, but I'm like, you know, and he's like, I want to play AAU summer. I'm like, no, you're not going anywhere playing basketball. You're not going to play in college. You might play in high school, but if you're going to play at a big time high school and have a chance to play in college, I don't know, but have a chance.
Yeah.
Like at this age, all you want to do is say, hey, leave the possibility open. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, probably won't. But, you know, whatever. But your sports are going to be in baseball and football.
Fuss finds out in the chat. I mean, good point, because I know from my nephew, like the price, like to play serious baseball suddenly got super expensive and is a barrier to so many people getting into it.
Dude, that's so spot on. I'm leaving tomorrow for South Carolina. All right? I'm going to be out the next 3 days because I got to go to South Carolina for a tournament. Now, this is the most ridiculous thing in the world. We're going to South Carolina. One of the teams in the tournament is from up here.
What? You guys are playing? You guys are traveling to South Carolina to play each other?
And they're in the tournament. But like, do you have Pigeon Forge, like Tennessee, South Carolina, Cooperstown, Ripken? These are all out of market, big time tournaments. And every baseball kid goes.
So what is the advantage of going to
there is no advantage. There's no advantage. It's not like you're going to South Carolina in January.
Right.
Where you can actually the weather. No, it's just a tournament. And, you know, families and whatever. And like it's just it's the world. The world tells you where to go. And it's ridiculous. And Futz is right. Like it's way too expensive. I struggle with this stuff, like the bats. Well, you know, you want to get it. Monster, I need a new drop 5.
You know what
for next year.
Big dumper's swinging, torpedo bat.
I know.
You see those sales go down.
No, I mean, listen, the bat prices are absurd. You know, and they're swinging weapons.
And the fees, like I just know from secondhand.
Dude, the fees are absurd.
From my nephew, like
you got to pay in installments, and then they go, hey, go out to family members and sell raffle tickets,
right? And if you want to compete, the kids like my nephew was getting personalized batting instructions outside of that stuff.
That's even enough. Like that's.
But I mean, if you're going to compete,
there's all this specialized training, pitching coaches. But that's with every sport.
I mean, that could be but it seems like basketball.
No, they have
pay
trainers.
AAU fees and stuff. But I'm just saying, like inner city kids and stuff, you pay the AAU is kind of reasonable. So I mean, it probably is a big thing in the poorer communities in Middle America and in the inner cities. Like if you don't have the cash, you can't really compete.
That's true. No, that's true. No, but basketball, like for the good players, they'll waive those fees.
Yeah.
But there's a huge money grab in basketball. These camps.
And also basketball, you can play one-on-one,
these AAU tournaments, they charge the parents to come in and watch their kid.
Oh, an admission fee?
Way.
Like $20.
That is outrageous.
These people are
genius.
Your own child?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's sick.
No, it's disgusting.
That's gross.
No, it's the truth. There is an admission fee. Anywhere from $5 to $20.
That's criminal.
Yeah.
But
it's true. It's
the players don't get a guest list.
No,
can't put 2 people on a guest list.
No, and I was just having this conversation.
That is wild.
It's what, dude. You have no idea.
I don't have any idea.
It's why I started this youth sports platform, because people are like you're going through it, the absurdity of it all. It's absurd. It's really absurd. And then football's starting to go the same route. There's defensive end trainers and O-line trainers.
Yeah, you got to go to Sack Summit. You got to go to TN, the tight end stuff.
Quarterback gurus everywhere, right?
Yeah.
There's now the 7-on-7 world. Oh, you got to play 7-on-7. Mm-hmm. And the problem is spring football. Like that's another push for youth. It's like it's so out of whack, and you're pressured. Like I feel pressured.
Yeah.
Like, I got to make sure that, if I'm going to go all in, which I am, and no matter what, and chances are, nobody's going to play in college, nobody, whatever.
Right.
But you never know. And if I'm going to be all in, I'm going to be all in. right? But everybody's out there selling you a dream. NIL. And then with the NIL money, forget about, like, I always looked at it like, hey, man, if you go play in college, that's a great thing to put on your resume, right?
Yeah.
You're D3, you probably played football. Like, great.
No college loans.
Right? Like the whole thing. Now, with the NIL money, that's just outrageous. Like, people are out of their mind.
Sure. Now your kid's got no loans and he can get $100,000 a year. Let's do it.
A lot more than that.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying if you're not a superstar.
Yeah.
And also, like, basketball, football, you can play 3-on-3, steady quarterback or whatever. You can't play 3-on-3 baseball.
Dude, kids don't. When we played stickball,
We played stickball, wiffle ball, speedball.
I mean, wiffle ball was a blast. Like, you played shit. You still when you played baseball and right field was closed.
Yeah.
Right? Like you did variations. I just think the biggest problem with the sport is it's not followed on a national level. Look at Phillies, right? We're a baseball town. We're a good baseball town.
Mm-hmm.
But the majority of our fans can't tell you what's going on in any other team.
No.
Maybe the division. Mets, Braves.
Do you think football's the only sport where they know what's going on in the league? Like,
NBA.
You think they know what's going on?
Yeah.
I think that baseball is also a very localized sport, and that you only really worry about your team. You don't really watch other teams.
When I say regional, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's what regional is.
Yeah.
You're localized.
Yeah.
And I think because, if you think about it, if you're a Phillies fan, you watch Phillies every night.
Yes.
You
have no time to watch anymore.
Yeah, like you're not watching anybody else.
Yeah.
Maybe you click on a late game. I don't know, like whatever.
And it hasn't gotten, I will say.
Like, you got to follow baseball through box score. Like, I was raised watching baseball through box scores and, following it, right? Mm-hmm. Batting, who's leading the league in average, home runs, ribbies, that stuff. But, like, that's the only way to follow it now.
Well, I mean, fantasy football helped football, and that keeps me really grounded in baseball. Fantasy baseball is invaluable.
Fantasy baseball was the first one.
And but it's not as popular, and I think it's the most fun. Every day you're tweaking lineups, looking for players and stuff.
Oh, the NBA fantasy's bigger than MLB fantasy.
Wild.
Right? But you're right. I like the
I love
everyday.
the baseball one.
So do I. The everyday aspect of it is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's take a quick TO because I'm excited to talk to our next guest. He's been on the show before. He's wonderful. Steve Noworyta used to run the Phillies farm system, spent a lifetime in baseball, and we'll talk about the sport. We'll talk about the Phillies draft, where MLB is, and because it's such a great. It was a great event last night.
Yeah,
I love the home run derby. I absolutely love it. All right, tell us about some of our friends. Let's talk about your Ace.
Let's talk about Ace Hardware Home Services, helping guys like me who don't know the difference between a Phillips head and a flathead screwdriver get stuff done around the house without the headache, the stress, and pressure. So if you got an outlet you said you fixed last summer, Ace Hardware Home Services, they got a person for that, because now they're not just doing helpful hardware folks. No, they're also the helpful home service and repair folks. So from plumbing and electrical to heating and cooling, they got trusted pros to keep your house humming all year long. And Ace Hardware Home Services, they're bringing the helpful home, the helpful you love, from the store now to your front door, from Philly all the way down to the Jersey Shore. And what they're bringing is helpful, and they're bringing experience. They're bringing local plumbers and techs that handle everything from repairs and seasonal maintenance to installations to upgrades. Get that new refrigerator. They bring understanding. They listen to your goals, and they're not done until you're completely satisfied. They give you free estimates on equipment, installation, and replacement with trusted advisors, people who know what they're doing, and they give you options that are best suited for your home and your budget. They give you service you can trust and satisfaction guarantee. And this is important too. Ace Hardware Home Services are local. Their teams live and serve in our community, and they're dedicated to keeping their neighbors comfortable in their own homes. So visit Ace Hardware Home Services online at acehardwarehomeservices.com to get started on your next home project.
I love it. All right, let's throw to our favorite fun Pico spot.
Yeah.
Pico, Anthony Gargano, PHLY, DG. My brother, you look hot.
Dude.
I mean, I feel kind of hot too, to be honest with you.
Dude, my house is like a sauna meets a steam room. It's insane. This heat's unbearable.
Well, look, this Philly heat is no joke. It's summertime, man.
Dude, if I could tell you, I stood with my head in a freezer for 10 minutes before I left the house today. Disaster.
Brother, just turn on the AC. How come you just don't turn on your air conditioner?
Trying to save some cash, man. Save the world. Save the climate. Go green. All that stuff.
Listen, I feel you. Do yourself a favor. I got your answer.
All right.
Like, do it solid. Check out Pico's energy saving rebates. All right. They've got deals on Energy Star cooling equipment that actually work and cut your bills.
So you're telling me no more freezer head?
No, not unless you want to look like a freezer head.
No, I'm good. This is
right.
great news.
I'm serious. You're good, man. Trust me. Just head to pico.com/ways to save. They got tips for everything. Heating, cooling, lighting, you name it. It's Pico. We love Pico.
I'm in.
All right, there it is. Like it.
Real quick, though. Oh, why do we get a
Echo.
Echo.
Turn that reverb down.
Your shirts. Everybody is commenting right now about how they love your shirts. Cuz they love the Italian flag. VG, they love the Spectrum.
Yeah, Spectrum theme's good.
If you guys like these shirts, you love these shirts, you want to get one of these shirts, you can actually get one right now because they are on sale. That's
Yeah.
right. We have the new Philly collection. We got the Italian flag, the Irish flag, and all the other Spectrum.
Soft pretzel,
Allen Iverson, all of these different things. You can check them out right now on our website and get one of these awesome, cool shirts.
Yeah, they're dynamite.
Yeah,
they're a lot of fun. They're a lot
Good
of fun.
collection.
Yeah, love it. All right. Now, let's go to our next guest. I love him, man. Great baseball man. Our buddy used to run the Phillies farm system. Steve Noworyta joins us. Good morning, Stevie. How are you, buddy?
Good. Always great catching up with you. And I was loving your last story about the travel ball and everything. I lived through all that with my boys. And you're right. We went to North Carolina. We played a team from Marlton, New Jersey.
What is it, man? It's great. Why? And you feel obligated to keep up, right? Like you feel like you have to do it. Same thing with the bats.
No pressure. No problem. I mean, definitely the pressure's there because you feel like you're missing something. And that's the problem. And then when you get there, I'll never forget the one tournament. They told us it's going to have nothing but college coaches there. And the only guy that was there was J.P. Ricciardi's son, who J.P. was working for Toronto at the time. And I go, man, I don't see any colleges around.
It's funny because you're right. They'll bill you scouts in attendance and colleges and all this other stuff. You did this for a living. How did you navigate amateur and the draft itself?
What you mean? You mean the draft and
yeah,
the
like,
minor league side of it?
Yeah. Like when you're looking at when it comes to the draft, I know you have your area people that will go out and look, and you get all reports. But they're the ones looking at high school kids and going to these tournaments, right?
No doubt. And my hat's off to the scouts because without them, that's probably the toughest job of all because you're trying to decide what type of player this is going to be. And then all of a sudden, we would get in, say, at the time the draft was in June. So we'd be there at the end of May to go over all the players and then put them in order. And I'll tell you, it was time consuming, but to listen to all the scouts, listen what they had to say. Some scouts were better salesmen than the other ones and all that, but you had to decipher through that. And it's tough because to pick a number one, when you look at the years of, or my years of going through all these number ones, the number ones that really didn't make it, they might have got a cup of coffee or whatever it may be. I mean, it's a long shot. It's tough, especially to hit on guys like that. So, again, I always respected the scouts. I respected the reports. And a scouting director has to make that decision. That's a big decision to make for a major league club.
And it's hard. Like, we're talking about these youth tournaments. And I had this whole conversation with someone, whereas, like, this is our last year on the little field, right? Next year, you go to the big field. And All these kids are going through puberty, right? And first of all, the way the tournaments are, they're throwing entirely too much. Like they're playing 5-6 games in a weekend, right? Yeah. You know, I see Little League elbow everywhere, right? Because you're just throwing them out, and you can't really tell who's going to be who until they're like 16 years old, 17 years old, where they kind of come in their own a little bit.
No doubt. In fact, Dallas Green told me, and at the time when my kids were young, he says, don't start worrying about it till they're 13, 14. That's when they start kind of, putting it together. And it's going to be funny when you go to that small field, from the small field to the big field, and you see your son get a ground ball, and you're looking for your son, and it's like, where in the heck is he at? Because he's still running, because he's used to that small field. He's got to get down to 90 minutes. It seems like it took him forever to get there. But it is. And I'll tell you what, the growth plates in these kids, when my son had an issue with his elbow, we went and saw the doctors in Philly, and the x-ray was up before the doctor came in. I go, man, did you really separate that? The doctor goes, no, that's his growth plate. It's wide open. And that's what you want to see and that's what you don't want to interrupt or hurt that kid, because that's their growth. They're getting to that period. The thing is that parents, the problem with parents is that Little League, they're putting too much pressure on these kids. Let them have fun playing. Like you're talking about, they should be playing basketball. They should play football, play other sports to round themselves out, to figure out which one they want to play. But when they start putting pressure on these kids at that young level, I see kids burn out from it. And not until they start getting to that Babe Ruth and all that, where it's starting to mean a little bit more. It's a tough, as a dad like you are, you're right in the middle of it right now. You're going to have, your times of what you're going through, and then wait till it gets to high school and college, because there's, the high school ball, you want to pick the right high school that he gets a chance to play. College, people worry about names on the college. No, go to somewhere where you could play. That's the key. As long as you could play, and it worked out, but it wasn't fun, because there was daddy baseball. There was everything involved with everything. And man, it was hard. I mean, I had to pull my son from one of the teams because it got so bad. And I went to a tryout in South Jersey, and a mom told me, well, what's your son play? I said, well, he's a catcher. And he goes, well, my son's the catcher of the team. I'm like, holy cow. I mean,
oh my God.
So you get frustrated. And like I told my son when he went for that tryout, I said, this is where you're going to find out what you are. If you make the team and the coaches like you and you're playing, that tells you got some ability to play. So it's my hat's off to you, because this is a tough period for yourself now, because from now until that time, until they get on to college, woof, that's a lot. But my hat's off to you, because you're a great parent, because you're there for them. And that's huge.
Yeah, just like we all are. We love it. We just love this stuff. Stevie, when you're looking at kids and high school kids, like when you think about the draft, we're talking about youth. Now take it to the next level of high school kids and trying to project. Now, obviously in college, it's different. Like the Phillies will get to Gage Wood in a second. But the high school kid, how difficult it is to project what this kid's going to look like at 22, right? What this kid's going to grow into, and then his own ability.
Well, let me tell you, sometimes you could see it. You probably see it at some of your kids that you're coaching right now that have a little bit of the ability. Yeah. The one thing that I found out is a lot of these kids, sometimes they mature early, and you get kind of fooled, because they stop. It stops right there. The puberty stops, and all of a sudden he's a great player at that level, but it just levels off. But it is tough, and it's even tougher in Latin America, because they're making decisions on kids that are 13, 14, 15 years old. And so you can see it. Mike Arbuckle was very big at taking a high school player, because he felt that if the intangibles were there, the ability, the tools, we wanted to take them into the system, because we can develop them the way we want to develop him instead of sending him to some college or something that he might not be getting the right teaching. So that's huge. But at that time, high school players were very expensive. You had to get them early, and you had to pay a lot of money. And once they passed that second, third, fourth round, you didn't deal with the high school guy anymore because he was going to go on to school and it would have cost too much. So we had great success with that. If you look at our drafts early with the Phillies back when we were struggling, we were taking some older players because we had to get these players to the big leagues. I think this year's draft with the Phillies, if you look at the top three, they're all college guys that are probably, not that far away from helping the big clubs. So they're not playing for the future. They're playing to hope that these guys can get there in 2 or 3 years, or maybe even in a year.
Did you see Gage Wood? Did you see any footage of him? Obviously, the 19 strikeouts, the no-hitter. I mean, his stuff's nasty. He's coming at 98. He's got a tail on his fastball. Sometimes it'll rise, explodes through the top of the zone. He's not afraid of the top of the zone against college, but still. Right. What did you think of him? Like, what do you think of that kid?
You know what? I mean, to me, it's a guy that probably is not that far away. Because what he's doing, especially when you see him on a big stage like in the College World Series, if you're starting to do that with the number of people that are at the game, even though it's another college team, he's not what he has inside of him. He'll carry that with him, and he should be able to withstand the crowds in Philadelphia. I mean, Philadelphia is a tough place to play, so
right,
as you know, I mean, again. When you look at all the number ones from, say my time from 98 all the way till I left, how many of them didn't make it? I mean, it's tough. The scout really has to dig into to his makeup, his friends, what type of guy he is, his work ethic. And if he has all those in him, the success will be there for him. So I know the Phillies, they've done their homework, and I think they did a really good job. I thought I saw an A grade on what they did, and I believe it. I think there is. I think, and they have to. Pitching is important for them. So what they did with their picks, I think they're going to be happy with him.
There was some talk about that Wood. Now, assuming that he's kind of what we expect him to be, that you might even consider him in October. With that kind of stuff at 98, when guys haven't seen you, it could mess with you a little bit, right? Like, so could he be an option for October to bring out of the pen? He's pitched in big and leverage moments, so he's got a lot of moxie.
You know what? Yeah, it could be, because if you ever notice a guy that comes up and his first couple games, he kind of blows through a lineup.
Yeah.
Because nobody has really the true scouting report. So, yeah, and if his walks to strikeouts are really good, and he's not, I think sometimes, again, it's a bigger stage. Now you're adding decks on that stadium where they didn't have that in Omaha, and all of a sudden the place has got 40,000. It's what's inside of them. To me, I think they need to see that first. They need to see him play a little bit to do that, to make that decision, because that you're asking somebody to come in and try to perform while you're trying to get in the playoffs. I mean, it could help you, but it could also hurt you, because all of a sudden the confidence level might go, and it might take a little bit to get them back. So, I mean, you're playing with fire a little bit. I know we've always wanted to make sure it was the right thing. But he's pitched at that level. I think they just need to see him a little bit. And they've got, this July, so they've got a couple months before they have to make that decision. But it's a chance. That's a big chance to do that.
What do you think of him right now? What do you think of this club? Deadline obviously coming up right after the break. And, they're going to look for a high leverage reliever, as we know. And do you think you need another bat, like a right-handed bat?
You know what? They're right there. Right? I mean, whether they win the division or they're going to be as a wild card. I know Dave. I mean, he's going to do what's best for him in that club. again, when you're looking for something, you're going to have to give up something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure totally how much is in that farm system. I mean, they got to rely on that in the future. Those players are going to have to be there for them, after this year. So I think for me personally, I think they're just going to maybe tweak it a little bit. But once you get in, everything's off the table. I mean, it's all about breaks. Who's pitching well? Who's hot? If the Phillies are hot, I mean, and they came in as a wild card, it doesn't matter. I mean, you end up winning the World Series. So they're not that far. I know, if they lose 10 or 9 or whatever it may be, whatever they lost, they're in first place right now going into the second. So
listen, I think they have the best rotation in baseball. I mean, you got Wheeler, Luzardo, Sanchez. Look what Sanchez is doing. My God.
Suarez. Yeah. I mean, that's what takes it. As long as they can, sometimes these starters, let them go. Let them go 6, 7 innings.
Yeah.
If they're on their game, let them go. I mean, to me, that's what they're there for. They're made and built for that. And if they have great success and are going through that lineup, like we talked about last time, how many times do you hear a starter, somebody say, man, he's getting stronger as he's getting, as the innings are going? You don't hear that anymore. So you know what? Let them go. If they got that chance, go back to some of the old baseball, moving guys over, running, all that stuff. I mean, that wins you ball games. So, for me, I'm not as concerned. I think they're right there. I think they did a good job with their draft. If they tweak something, I don't think I'm not sure of any blockbusters, but I just think that they will do a little something maybe to tweak it, but they're a club that'll be there in September.
Hey, Steve, yesterday when they go into the draft, yesterday they draft their first 8 selections are pitchers, 7 of which are 4-year college guys. Is that a mindset that they would go into in the draft? Like, we want older guys who are ready to get through the system quicker?
Yes, because you know what? They're playing for now. If you saw, which surprised me, I couldn't believe the number of shortstops that were taken in the first round.
It was crazy, the amount of shortstops.
Yeah. Of high school guys. So all those clubs are playing for the future. The Phillies are playing for what they have right now in these next 3 years, really 3-4 years. Yeah. So they got to go with guys that are going to be sitting in Double-A, because now they take players from Double-A and know that they can dig in, especially if they have great success. I mean, I go back to when I was with the White Sox, we were struggling, and our drafts from 87 to 90 was Jack McDowell, Robin Ventura, Frank Thomas, and Alex Fernandez.
Oh, my God.
And then all of a sudden, 92, we're heading into playoffs. 93, we're in the playoffs. So we knew that they were older guys, and they all hit. I mean, they all were guys that were true number ones. But it got us to where we needed, and we were struggling before that. So, and when you look at the Phillies back when building to 08, I mean, you're looking at Cole Hamels and I'm trying to think, Brett Myers was there.
Howard,
Utley.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden now that was building to, getting us closer. 07, we were close we were in the playoffs. 06, you could see where we were building. So what Dave Dombrowski's doing with these 3 guys, you can see exactly that they're ready. These guys are not that far away from being game ready for them in the big leagues.
And they also in the 7th round, like, one of the more intriguing picks was this Matthew Fisher. He was the only high school pitcher they took. He was projected to be like a day one, or I think he's a top 40, top 50 player. They picked him at like 220 something. He's slotted to make $227,000, I think, but everybody's saying for him to sign, it's going to take a lot more than that because he knows he's a top level prospect. When they draft someone like that, or they know what they're getting into? So should we expect the Phillies to have a budget where they know they're going to spend more than the slotted value for him?
If you take a look at, and I was reading somewhere where the Nationals took their first rounder, but it was not a guy that you would kind of project that much. And I think sometimes it's money slotting, trying to move money around to make it work. I know we were doing that. We would take a player so that we can get somebody maybe a round or 2 later to pay him what he's kind of looking for. So those guys are all in it. I mean, to sit in that room and to listen to these scouts talk about, I've sat with the family. This is what they want. I've never really been around where a player reneged, that the parents or the agent, what they told them, they usually, this is what it's going to take. And it did. And it, again, I can't even remember of anybody reneging on, something they said that they were going to take and they didn't. So, again, it's nice to see that they take a younger player because, you got to have something for the future. But to go back to these players, you better have a pretty good farm system of player development people to make sure they're developing them to become what they need to be in Philadelphia. And Phillies have. I mean, John Middleton spent a lot of money on everything that's going on. So he's doing it the right way. It's just, they need, with their club right now, this is their time. They need to get in there and win.
What do you think about, big picture, the state of baseball, right? Like, where are we at in your eyes as someone who's gave his life to the game?
What I miss, again, 84 clubs were drafted in the 84th round. We're in the 84th round of the draft, and they're still taking players. Other clubs were passing, and they got like 3 clubs still battling out with pick number, the 84th round, whoever takes this. And it was great. But the things that I miss right now, and you can't help it, but the short season A club was great for these kids to go out and play. Now they don't have, the draft is in July, so they go into their complex leagues. They play a little league, little short time. We used to love that they would get these players and send them to Williamsport at the time,
right,
and let these guys play. Then again, I can understand why ownership. I mean, when you're trying. I mean, at times in the draft, we had baseball fields, and we would be telling Mike Arbuckle and Marty Wolver, hey, we need 2 shortstops in Williamsport. We need this. I mean, at the end of the draft, we were getting just fill-in clubs instead of doing. I like what they're doing now with the 20 picks, and then after the draft, they have other picks that they can go after if they need to. It's just different. For me, when I saw that it, like last year in the International League, there's 20 teams in each league. No, I'm sorry, there's 10 in each league, and only the top 2 make it to the playoffs, and everybody else doesn't. Everybody's not in the playoffs. The playoffs were so important. You got the chance to see players either be successful or they fell apart during the playoffs. And I don't think the playoffs play a big part of it anymore, which for me is very important. And sometimes you got a roster that's, a 30-man roster at the lower levels. All those kids can't play. In fact, the thing that you knew back in a 25-man roster, you knew who your 7 pitchers were, and you knew your positional players. After that, if you had blowouts, everybody else had a chance to play. But those guys that were your main guys, they played all the time. So it has changed. And it's just so different right now because sometimes there's too many voices instead of just one voice. A lot of clubs have 2 pitching coaches in the minor leagues now, and then you got, the hitting coaches, and I mean, you have so many
the roving pitching coaches, the roving hitting instructors, the analytics people, who are always around, which I know rankles Charlie, but like those analytics guys, they're always and that's where a lot of that push and pull happens with the baseball people and the numbers people.
Well, that my son's now with in Kansas City's organization, and the first half he won, but he was leading, him and another club are leading the league in sacrifice bunting, and I'm thinking, I asked him, I said, David, how many games did you win because you sacrificed? Honestly, and moving the guy, a guy gets to first, he steals second, boom, he's butting him over to third. A little fly ball, 1-0. it's amazing how just the little things, sometimes they forget to do those little things. And it's refreshing to see a player stealing home, suicide squeeze. I almost fell out of the chair when I saw suicide, because you don't see that stuff anymore. But but then again, you see it in the playoffs. You see the running and everything going on because these guys are trying to score.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the 10th inning in the big leagues of a man at second. I totally agree with it in the minor leagues, because those kids, you'd be out there forever.
Right.
Because, once you get to the big league, you got to play the game the way it's supposed to be. But that's just my opinion. And
I agree with you. I mean, I know people love the ghost runner. I just play the game. Like, the game's the game. It's a little too junky for me, but I'm with you.
My draft picks are the honey-do list that I have for my wife, that I got to figure out what hedges I got to trim.
How did
Do I go to Lowe's or Home Depot?
I don't know how you got Jack McDowell, Robin Ventura, Big Hurt. I remember being in Chicago covering you then, and during '93, I lived out there. And
yes,
Blackjack. What you mentioned, Jack McDowell brought me back. He was I love that kid, man. He had moxie. He had great stuff. And Frank was just a masher, man. He was great.
And then Robin, coming from Oklahoma State, his feet were so heavy. And everybody said, well, why'd you guys take McDowell? But we knew that our coordinator, our infield coordinator, was going to work on it. Again, it's going out on the field, ground balls, right to left, whatever it may be. All of a sudden, those heavy feet became light. And it was fun to see them develop. I mean, when they came in, I'll never forget Alex Fernandez. I had to pick him up. I'm just kind of starting out a little bit. And Alex, told me this story when I was in Chicago. He says, yeah, I remember you calling me and saying that I'll pick you up at the airport. And so Alex gets off the plane from Miami. And he thought it was going to be a little office guy, a skinny guy. And at the time I was working out. He said when I had the sign, and he said when he saw me, he goes, he sucked his stomach in because he was afraid he was out of shape.
Stevie always had big muscles, big man muscles. That's a great story.
I laughed at that. Oh, man. And they were great guys. It was a great, at the time we had who I really liked, Gene Lamont was something.
Yeah, Gene was a good guy. I remember Gene Lamont.
Man. Yeah. He could see the whole field. I'm so happy he's back in Pittsburgh. Here he is out of the game, and now he's the bench coach, And I'll never forget when we hired him to manage our Scranton club, and Ed Wade goes to me, he goes, man, I just talked to Gene Lamont. And he goes, that guy, he's so dry. I mean, he was really dry. But then when Ed met him and saw him as a baseball guy, it blew him away. And, again, my hat's off to Ed, too, because look what he did. I'm glad he's going on the Wall of Fame. I mean, he changed.
Yeah, he deserves it, man. He was the architect behind that with you guys. I mean, Ed's sharp dude. Great baseball guy.
Oh, he was tough. He kind of had a little bit of that military in him, and we respected it. We knew what he wanted to do, and he did it. And Pat Gillick's the first to say that, because of Ed, it got him to where he needed to be.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for him. I'm happy for him, because that's a big feat to change a club like that. Because I remember being in Chicago, and I knew Terry Francona. And look at that scoreboard. Terry's up 7-0. Before you know it, in the seventh, it's 11-7. I mean, they were getting killed. And but yeah, to what we did, we had good drafts. Mike Arbel did a great job. Look, he goes to Kansas City, helps them again, get in the World Series. So Mike came from Atlanta with a great baseball background, because as you remember, Atlanta was winning everything in that division all the time for all those years. And then to get him over here and bring the people over, it was fun. It was building from ground zero to get to where we needed to be.
That's awesome. Stevie, listen, great stuff. I look forward to catching up with you as the season goes on, and we just get toward the September and the playoffs. We're going to pick your brain about this club, because it's going to be a fun ride the rest of the summer.
Yeah, I love this stuff. I'm besides my son. You talk. I don't want to hold you too long, but they brought up a guy from the Pennsylvania area. God, I can't think of his name, but his first name is Shane Shields. His last name Shields. He's 18 years old.
Yeah.
This kid, he's a left-hander, and they brought him up from the complex league. Pitches his first game. And it was like he was in the big leagues or in minor league baseball for years. So my son hands him the card to say, "Hey, there's your first minor league win," and he's the same kid a month and a half later pitching in the decisive game to win the first half. You could see it when I met him. You could see it in his face and his body language that nothing affected him. This kid probably, I mean, he could pitch at another level because of how he goes about it. He gave up a couple home runs. It's like it never happened to him. So those are the intangibles. If a scout could really dig into that and find that, that's the key. And being a smart, intelligent person too, because it takes a lot to be out there thinking of what you got to do or throw or hit.
It's so true. I have this conversation with my kid, and he's emotional, right? So
was my son.
You know how it is, right? Especially when they're young, they're going to be emotional, right? So they take things to heart, and I'm like, dude, listen to me. First of all, have you ever heard me yell at you for missing a ground ball or striking? I'll never do that. Baseball's a game of failure, right? It's how you react to the failure, right? It's how you overcome it. I said, you got to forget it. I talk about Bobby Witt and the story about Bobby Witt, and it was a big game. All the scouts are there in high school, and it's a rivalry, and he strikes out like a couple times, and like nothing happened, and he winds up hitting a game-winning home run. Like, you got to put that stuff behind you. You can't take it with you.
Whoever has the advice of how to get that out of a kid, that's golden, because I saw my younger son like that. It just every at bat, if he didn't get a base hit, he was frustrated.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, 3 out of 10, you're hitting 300.
Exactly.
This game is part of failure and how you go about it. And my hat's off to you. Like I told you, this is the toughest time. Not tough, but it's fun because you're there. But I mean, you've got to get into that level to college and everything is, it's well worth it. That's why you're a dad and you're out there helping your kids. That's for sure. But I'll be glad to help out anytime.
You're the best, Stevie. I love talking to you, man. You're the greatest. God bless. Good luck on the honey-do list, all right?
Oh,
Pick home a winner.
My first round choice is at Lowe's or Home Depot. I'm not sure which one I got.
That's great. Thanks, pal. Always great seeing you. Steve Noworyta, our baseball insider, front office insider. He's terrific.
You should go to Ace.
Ace is the place.
Yeah.
That's damn right, brother.
Yeah.
Ace is the place. Let's talk about a couple of our friends. And then we got something fun happening. We got Mike Sielski.
All right.
And we got the brain. All right?
Oh,
so there's like two brains.
Two brains. Brain probably on the beach in Margate.
We wanted a rematch. They wanted a rematch. I have 200 questions.
200 questions?
Yeah, on my phone. Like, only a handful. Oh, man. But I have 200 questions.
I got to be home by like noon.
All right. So we're going to have fun. And I don't, they're all different types. So we're just going to fire them out.
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
At these two. And some are Philadelphia, some are non.
All right.
All right.
I think there should be a caveat that if me or Frazier can answer before them, they both lose a point.
Ooh.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
If I can answer 2 points.
Yeah, they should be penalized if we can answer before that.
I like it. But it's All-Star break. We're going to do something fun.
Yeah.
So you guys can play along on the chat.
And can I just do there's just one nug we have to do today.
Yeah.
All right. It's like crazy.
We could do the nug before the guys.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
So we can get their opinion on it.
That's great.
Yes.
Let's talk about Empire.
All right. Empire today. These people, you know them. They're around town. They're the flooring experts. It's all they do. They live, they breathe flooring. Just like your home team needs a home field, court, ice advantage, your home needs a A home flooring advantage is where everything starts. It's the foundation. They got flooring experts. They're dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every darn day. It's not like the big stores. You walk in there and those people just, if you can find someone, they don't even know what they're talking about. They have not spent any time in flooring. They jump around from department to department, and they're basically useless. Good people, but they can't really help you with flooring. That's where Empire Today comes in. They live, they breathe flooring, and they're with you every step of the way, making it a whole new ballgame. And check this out. They bring the showroom to you. They got a digital designer, virtual showroom. They take some pictures of the room you're going to put some flooring in, pick out some samples, and you can see if you like it. Does it go with your walls, your coloring, your decor? The sun, is it bright, too dark? So they take all the guesswork out of it for you. And with Empire Today, you get clear, upfront, all-inclusive pricing. And check this out. You can schedule installation as soon as the next day if the flooring you like is in stock, which is unheard of, and no one likes to wait. So schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better done at home. PHLY listeners, you can receive a $350 discount just by using the promo code PHLY. That's right, $350 discount, promo code PHLY. Restrictions do apply, but visit EmpireToday.com/PHLY for full details.
All right, I like it. Let's talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. What do we got? All-Star Game tonight.
Yeah,
NL,
National
AL.
League's a little favorite. National League is, I thought they were favored. Hold on, I just got to refresh.
So,
Make sure I'm in Pennsylvania.
well, NL, right?
NL is minus 114. They were just minus 120 like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, really? The brain must have been loaded up on the AL.
This is interesting to me. National League is favored to win, right?
Uh-huh.
But if you look at the run line for total runs, run line was 3.5. I saw like national. Oh no, it's 7. All right, total runs is 7.
Yeah, it's
But the
always
run
low
line was
scoring.
3.5, and American League had the juice on over 3.5. National League did not,
All right.
but the National League's favorite in the game. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know. Home field,
Maybe
which kind of negates
hard
it.
to win when you don't score the most runs.
Bet Parks, take it down the shore, up the mountains, laying by the pool, make downtime your fun time. Enjoy casino action, sports betting, wherever you are all summer long with the Bet Parks online casino and sportsbook app. You get all the props, everything else we talk about. Plus, BetWire is now live right inside the Parks app. Yeah, think TikTok, but for people that love sports betting more than dance tracks. BetWire is the all-new sports betting live feed with game picks from all around the country. You can scroll a little, right? Tail a pick, get fired up with BetWire, the live sports betting content feed right inside the BetParks app. Plus, you can check out new games on the BetParks app. Huff and Puff, or Huff and More Puff.
Love it.
Mega Fire Blaze, Dwarves and Goblins.
I like the Dwarves and Goblins one.
I know you're a goblin guy. The Flintstones.
Yeah, Gus's Gold Mine, little 49er. He's good.
All right. Plus Money Horse. You can also play blackjack, baccarat, hot online slots like Cash Eruption, 88 Fortune, Cleopatra. For something different, try playing with a live dealer right on your phone, tablet, or laptop. New users get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down the first 24 hours. You love to play. You love to bet. Bet Parks. Got to be 21. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right. We all love a good posterized dunk. Did you see yesterday's?
No.
All right. So let's just watch.
I was watching a home run.
We're going to
derby.
watch the dunk on summer basketball by Johnny Furphy.
Oh, the Furf.
Boom. Right?
Damn.
All right. Now let's take a look at this. This is the greatest poster ever from a dunk.
How far back he came. His extension was ridiculous.
It's amazing. But this is the greatest photo, I think, ever of a dunk. Look at Noah Senge's face and eyes.
That was good.
Oh, my
What?
God. Furphy.
Senge is going to live this down forever, dude. I can't take
Oh, my God.
His eyes are rolled up in the back of his head.
That's
That's
awesome.
That's a bad
That is.
picture.
Are you kidding me? Sammy, look at that. In your face. He looks like He's looking like he got shot.
He does. Dude, it's the worst face I've ever seen.
Oh my God, that is the ultimate poster.
I just wanted to throw it out.
That is fabulous. Oh my God. All right, let's welcome to the program our guests. All right, this is round 2. With the All-Star break, we wanted to do this again because there was the first time we did it, there was a bit of a controversy. Now, Brain, you want to explain?
Well, that was what I got to say. That was
Brain-
Sielski. That was him dunking on me on our first competition.
Right.
Brain looks like he's
So
in the
I
witness
give him-
protection
I tip my
program with this
cap.
lighting.
In fairness, I did write the book. Okay, I did write the book.
Well, Mike wrote the book about the dunk,
Yes.
which is unbelievable, right?
Yes.
Which everybody should get. First of all, real quick, Mike, before we get into the controversy, is that not one of the greatest posters ever?
It is one of the greatest posters ever. Here's the only like Debbie Downer moment I'm going to bring to it, which is it looks great. You're right about how, funny the expression on the guys' faces. My fear with stuff like this, and players have talked about this, is that when you turn into a meme because you get posterized, you're less likely to try to defend the dunk. And that reduces the amount of times you get moments like this, and it makes the game less exciting. I totally get it, but
Wow.
I want guys to challenge dunks. I want moments like that. And if guys are worried now that they're going to be made fun of because they try to block a dunk and get dunked on.
Senge should never try to block a dunk again. I mean, just not.
Fair enough, VG.
That guy should never try and block a dunk.
No, but you're
Or at
right.
least if he does, he's got to have like a face guard on, like he broke his nose, so you can't see his face or whatever. Hey, Brain, I got to give you props. I always bust your stones. You're rocking a Whalers hat.
Let me
Nicely
tell you
done.
something.
Nicely done.
I swear, I was excited, obviously, to go in with Sielski, no question about it. But when I saw this hat, I was like, all right.
Well
you better
done.
freaking say something. You better freaking say something. All right,
I like that hat.
that was Clint Eastwood line. That made my day.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm not only going against Brain, I'm going against the ghosts of Ron Francis, Pat Verbeek, and Gordie Howe.
Oh, Joe, I mean,
Dude, he
Hard
throws
target
in,
hat.
ran out of starting.
he
lineup.
throws in a Pat Verbeek reference. All right? That's how
that's pretty
how
good.
formidable
Number
Mike
40.
is that he rocks a Verbeek. Hey, Brain,
Come at me, bro.
Any way we can get you more lit up? Because you're kind of in the dark.
I know. You know what's funny? I don't know why that is.
Intimidation,
It actually-
trying to look ominous.
He looks like
the guy
Joker
who
in
shed like
Dark
Yeah,
Three
Knight.
listen,
minutes.
I'm the Grim Reaper here. I gotta.
Yeah, can we alter his voice? So
You know what? Next
Hey,
time I
Br-
call
Br-
in, maybe I'll do it from my phone instead of my computer because I did notice it was a lot brighter for some reason. I don't know if there's a setting on this thing because I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. By the way, Anthony, good freaking tan. You're looking good.
Thank you, buddy.
Look nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's an Italy tan. That's an Italy
Yeah,
tan.
it looks good, man.
Brain, it looks like you're ready to say, "Good evening, Commissioner."
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, well, I got you guys real quick before we start the game
Yep.
and everything. I do want to ask you about. So you guys are both great sportsmen. I love the home run derby. I enjoy it. To me, it's like potato chips, man. I love that stuff. Mike, I'll start with you. Do you enjoy it? Do you like it?
I watched not a minute of it, and
Wow.
I haven't watched it in years.
What?
First of all, it's just stale to me after a while. I get tired of watching guys blast the ball over the fence. Secondly, I'm tired of Chris Berman in it after all these years. And thirdly, I don't know what the question is, but if the answer is more Pat McAfee, I don't want to know what the question is.
Wow.
They don't.
Well, Carl Ravage is doing it.
Yeah, Berman hasn't been there for like a decade.
Turn me off from it.
You know, like the back.
No.
I don't know. Like watching O'Neal Cruz hit a 550-foot home run was, I don't know. I like it. It's like potato chips for me. Brain, what do you think?
You know, I used to love it, Anthony. I used to love it. Now it's more like I can take it. I mean, I don't mind watching it, but it's not what I used to love it. It used to be something I loved. Now it's more like I would say would be like, I'll give you an analogy. If we're watching an NFL game, you got a 4-yard run on first down. It's not bad, not good. It's just it is what it is. Doesn't do anything for me either way.
Man,
Wow.
Boo these men.
All
Boo
right.
these men.
All right.
I do have Cal Roy on my fantasy team though, so that's a good
Of
thing.
course, you're a fan
He's
of Big
been
Dumper.
freaking amazing.
All right. Well, Mike, I'll ask you about the Phillies going into the second half. Where are you at with them? And after the draft with that Gage Wood, who I'm all about Gage Wood, man.
You know, I was thinking about this, and I talked to a couple of people who kind of basically said, cool your jets on the idea of Gage Wood or any of these other draft picks coming up and pitching before the end of the season, right? I mean, there's very little precedent for something like that.
Right.
But if you go into this thinking, you know, a kid like Wood probably has only so many pitches in his arm before he starts running the risk of injury. You know, he's thrown a lot in college. Why not try to maximize that? Why not try to use that? To me, the thing I'm most curious about, Ant, is how are they going to work the pitching staff late in the season and into the playoffs? How are they going to rethink the bullpen? Do they bring up a guy like Wood? Do they move someone like a Christopher Sanchez, as great as he has been, to the bullpen because he seems to have the kind of stuff that would play in the bullpen? So that's what I'm most curious about. It's not what they're going to do at the deadline. It's how do they get this pitching staff ready for October?
I'm completely with you. And the thing with Wood, again, assuming that he's around the zone and he is what he is, I would take more of a gamble on him and pitch him out of the pen because there's no book on you. Get that message. He's got ridiculous stuff. He's got late tail on his fastball, late movement. It'll rise. I mean, he's nasty at the top of the zone. He's got a good hook. That'll mess with guys. You haven't seen a kid like that? And now you got to go up and face him, throwing 98? That's going to put you off balance.
And any edge you can get at that time of year is worth exploring. And
Yes.
unfamiliarity could be a big one.
Yes. Brain, outlook from a betting standpoint beyond, because you're a baseball man, for the Phillies.
You know, it's interesting. One thing, Anthony, if you remember, and I've been so glad to have been wrong on this. Do you remember, it was probably about 6 weeks ago when Christopher Sanchez goes, oh, man, like, I'm not feeling right. And it seems like, forget 9 out of 10. Feels like 9.5 out of 10, 9.9 out of 10. When you get that, it's like Tommy John, like it happened with Arizona, with Corbin Burns. It just happened with, it just seems like when that knock on the door happens, it's never good. He's been incredible. And look, I got to tell you, to me, when I look at the Phillies, I think Wheeler is probably, if I had power rate, it was like power rating, all these sites do, he'd be my number 1 pitcher in the NL. I'd probably put Skeens number 2. But honestly, I mean, to me, after that, I mean, you look at the Phillies rotation, I mean, Christopher Sanchez has been right there, like in terms of a top 5. How he didn't make the All-Star game, to me, is like one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen. I know that they did it because of, the guy in the Brewers is having that great beginning, Mizorowski. I get it. But to me, the fact that Sanchez didn't make it, to me, is just awful. Like, I actually thought he's been a top 5 starter in the National League. And when I look at the Phillies, because of the great pitching that they've had, and again, they've got nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing, guys, right? From Aaron Nola. And Suarez has been incredible, too. I mean, they have 3 guys who you could say have been 3 of the best 6 pitchers in the National League. We know they need hitting. We know they need bullpen help. Maybe, again, they talked about the first-round pick, like you're talking about, Anthony. From what I understand and everything I've read, maybe that could be like a boost that they get. I don't know. Again, it's unprecedented. Why is it unprecedented? They get a guy who can pitch 1 inning. And like what Mike said, I mean, why is that a bad? This isn't like me going to play football for the Eagles. This is should be something that's not that difficult. Let's be honest. They're making it seem, in my opinion, a lot more harder than it really is. I think they need to add a bat. Don't know if that bat's even available, though. That would be my question. But I absolutely think they have a really good chance. Dodgers are not as good as we thought. I think the best team in the National League right now, I said it on your Fox show, I love the Brewers. I think the Brewers, I've been getting them at insane numbers, insane. insane, ridiculous numbers for a team that if you look at them, look at that pitching staff. That pitching staff is right there with the Phillies. And I like the way that team's playing. And they're a mammoth long shot, which to me is just dumb. How
you feeling, Beantown Brain, on your Bo Sox now? 10-0. Now you're liking that ticket you got.
No. That to me, they're doing it with smoke and mirrors. In my opinion, look, they've 8 above 500 now. I'm rooting for them to make the playoffs. Obviously, I made that big bet on them to win the World Series. But to me, again, that's kind of been. I'm not still optimistic on Boston. Long. Baseball's 162 game season, buddy. You know that, VG. So to me, over 162 games over the next 60 games or so, do I think Boston's will be able to maintain it? No. But I think the Phillies will win the division. I think they're better than the Mets. Mets getting some of their arms back. I get that. I think the Phillies are the better team. I think they will find a way to win the division and get the overall probably number 2 seed, which would be huge. And I think they'll be able to do that.
I will say I was with Brain when he made that bet, and like that was in November or something. You made that Boston bet.
It closed, VG, it closed at 15-1. I got 40-1. I don't judge myself, believe it or not. This may sound foreign to everyone watching. I don't judge myself on if I win or lose a bet. I judge myself the CLV, closing line value. What did that bet close at? Because that's all I can control. I always say process over result. I can't control what's going to happen. I can only control what it should be. And Boston closes one of the favorites in baseball. Because I kind of anticipated they were going to get a great starter, and they did in Crochet. But look, we'll see how it plays out. But from a Phillies point of view, I think this team, they could just add a little bit more hitting. Again, I don't know what hitting is even there to get, but even if there's nothing there, they absolutely are good enough to do it. But Anthony, BG, Mike, if they pitch Jordan Romano in if he makes forget that, I'm taking that, I cross it out. If he makes the postseason roster, I won't watch a game. I wouldn't even have him in a 12-0 game. I wouldn't think I'm going to win. That to me is the one I can handle anything other than Jordan Romano pitching in a big spot in the playoff game.
He was fine in the 8th inning. He had to come out for the 9th inning, and he was a mess. Come on.
All right. You know what, man? You could become his agent. I mean, come on. I don't like people who make excuses. He's not. He's just. He had a good career. He obviously he was injured. He has not been the same player. I'm not criticizing him. I'm sure there's reasons when you're good for 5 straight years and then you can't get people out. I'm sure physically this is why the Blue Jays didn't re-sign him. He obviously is not the same guy that he was when he was making all-star teams and was a dominant closer. He's just not that. And I just would really hope they don't bring him out in a big spot. Again, for me, any spot, because I just think that anytime he comes in, it's like a magnet for the other team coming closer to you.
Hey, Mike, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Deadline, Buxton is available. You can pair him with Duran or Jax. Would you do it?
I heard your discussion about this yesterday, Ant, with Dave Murphy.
Yeah.
And I come down on Murph's side of this. Buxton can't stay healthy. What you're going to have to give up to get him, to me, is potentially crippling. I understand the thinking that you don't know what prospects are going to be and, 6 out of 10 don't work out. That sort of thinking from the Phillies led to that total dead period of 11 years in the aftermath of the 2007 to 2011 5-year run, where they just traded away prospect after prospect, couldn't develop anybody, were taking big swings in the draft. Anthony Hewitt, for instance, was the consummate example of that. Oh, the kid's an athlete.
Right.
I just would really be hesitant to make a move like that.
Is there any bat there that you would kind of go all in and look and move the prospects?
I'm not sure I would. And again, this is as much to me born out of what happened in the past. And I know every situation is not different, but to me, they cannot get caught in another situation like they did in the aftermath of that 5-year run, where they just don't have anything, where the cupboard is completely bare. And yeah, Aiden Miller may not work out, and Andrew Painter may not work out, but I'm just not of the mind that you give up those guys to go all in this season. They already went all in. They bought Schwarber. They paid for Harper. They paid for Turner. They paid for Castellanos. They paid for Nola. They're already all in. You're going to ride or die with this group.
All right. I like it. All right. All right. Let's do this. Let's take care of a couple of business and then we'll start the game. Boys, so this is Ali Frazier 2. All right. Ali, or I should say, this is Creed Balboa 2, because our man Mike is writing the incredible Rocky book. All right. In this, I don't know who's who, because you guys are both great. Now, Mike won the first fight, so I guess that'll make him Apollo.
Be a thinker, not a stinker.
You have a beef brain?
What's that?
You have a beef? The way the first fight went?
Well, first, let me say two things. First of all, and I'm not just saying this to kiss the guys, but I think Sielski's incredible. And again, when I watch him on your shows, I knew I'm like, this guy knows everything. And I'm not, I know he's really, really, really smart, good, has a great memory, and just knows stuff at the highest level. Like if it was the NCAA tournament, the guy to me would be a number one seed. I think he deserved to win. I'm saying that, but I lost by 2, and there was a swing of 2 when I said Ron Sutter, and the photo was of Ron Sutter. Or I'm getting and I lost because the photo posted was Ron Sutter. I actually Googled it. I went to the thing. I sent you the photo, and I'm like, I think I'm right on this. And it actually was the photo you posted was of Ron
right
Sutter.
now. Crushing Frazier.
It's a picture of a twin.
And
I'm sorry.
that was a
Wrong
2-point
twin, dude.
Identical twins. I'm sorry.
It was identical twins, but that was a 2-point swing where I lost 7-5 or 8-6, whatever it was, 6-4, whatever the score was, where I was down 5-4, 6-5. And then when I said Ron Sutter, you're like, no, obviously Mike's not going to get that wrong. And not even, that's like a 1-inch putt for him. He knows it. He says Rich Sutter, but the photo was of Ron Sutter.
Look, Brain, you have a beef, but this is the equivalent of you calling me the 9th best quarterback in the NFL. Let's be honest here. So that's how I'm going to take it. So let's get it on.
All right, man. Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Man.
I love it.
Shots fired.
I respect it.
I love
respect it. As I said, he deserved to win.
I know. I appreciate that.
All right, boys, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's take care of some business, and then we'll start the rematch. VG, what we got here, buddy?
We got some Shady Rays. It's Shady Ray season. It's actually always sunglass season, Shady Ray season, but summer more so than others. And you know that moment. Sometimes when you realize you left your favorite sunglasses on the beach, on the roof of your car, at a gas station 3 states away. Well, I've been there too. I left a pair of nice sunglasses at a hotel in Toronto, and somehow they just disappeared. So I was always leery about bringing my sunglasses on the road, but then I found Shady Rays, and it's changed the game. These sunglasses, they're made for real life. They're seriously good looking, polarized, durable, not stupidly expensive. And here's the totally insane part. If you lose or break them, even on day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacements. Super easy. So now I actually wear my sunglasses without fear and travel with them. Hikes, concerts, on a boat, in a different country. My Shady Rays are always with me because Shady Rays is the eyewear that has your back. So we've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use the code PHLY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. And try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Shady Rays, shadyrays.com, PHLY, 35% off.
All right. I'm trying to find. Yeah, go ahead.
I do think if the Phillies were to get Byron Buxton, I think that would make them the favorite to win the World Series. And I think he's been the 2nd or 3rd best player in the American League after Judge, Raleigh, take your pick, and Buxton, those 3. Depending what the asking price is, and I get it, he's never been healthy. He's still only 31. I don't know his contract situation. I don't know what the cost would be. It would be crazy high. I agree with Mike. I would ask, but if it was more reasonable, I don't know how you don't look at it. Because to me, it would be.
Dude, I agree. I think you gotta kick the tires on him.
You kick the tires, you're going to bust his shin or his knee. You can't kick anything around the guy.
And here's the thing.
I kick the tires loosely.
Yeah, you better touch them gently.
And here's the deal. The deal
touch
is,
the
again,
tire.
who is it going to cost me? Obviously, it's probably
Crawford.
Crawford? Yeah. I'm in.
Crawford and Abel.
I'm in. You're not doing that, Mike?
It's like the old. It's the old.
You're not doing Crawford.
Play to win the game, right?
Who's Crawford? What is he? He could be a nice player. He's a guy not going to have power. He's a guy that what's his ceiling?
We all, Anthony, and I see this in my stupid fantasy leagues, we all tend to overrate the unknown. It's human nature. Instead of just taking, like, let's say you're offered on Deal or No Deal, you're offered, $100,000. What's behind door number 2? There's a chance it's $150,000, but you're probably not. And they don't just take the bird in the hand. I feel like a lot of times you always just want to think you're getting Tom Brady. You want to open up that pack of cards thinking you're getting a Patrick Mahomes rookie. You always think something is going to be better than what's there. And to me, with these rookies, how many times do you get a rookie that's really good? It just doesn't.
Mike, go ahead. I'm with you.
No, all I was going to say is the problem with that is with Buxton, part of the known is that he's probably not going to be there.
Very fair. Very fair. No, Mike,
but again,
fair. I get it.
What are you afraid of losing? I get if it's, you're going to talk
here's
about.
What I'm afraid of. Here's what I'm afraid of, Ant. And I know how this sounds given, that they're in first place and you're all in, and I get it. I'm afraid of another 5 to 10 years of nothingness. I think people forget that. Like, there was nothing for 11 years. And it was deals like that potential deal that lead to the nothingness.
Yeah, but
you don't want to.
What? You traded Jason Donald?
Right. Well, look, they didn't. They don't.
Who
it's two
did they
things,
trade
right?
that you went, oh my God, that would have changed the fortunes of the franchise?
Well, no. In retrospect, nobody. But you also, that's two separate things, right? You can have a philosophy of trading prospects to win in the here and now.
Agreed.
And you can be bad at developing prospects.
Agreed. But here's my point. My point is, as long as Middleton is running this thing and is going to buy, this thing wasn't built on prospects anyway. This thing was built on free agents. What they have now wasn't built on prospects. In fact, the only prospects have derailed them, which is daycare.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. I'm not arguing with that. I'm just telling you that from my perspective, I remember the dead times, and I don't want to go back if I'm a Phillies fan.
Look at the Red Sox. They went all in on Garrett Crochet. They didn't even think Kyle Teal was the centerpiece of that deal. Was around the 26th best prospect. Garrett Crochet right now at 24 years old. Wouldn't you like to have him? And if anyone could have had him and traded for him, and they didn't give up a crazy deal. Now his injury, he had a Tommy John surgery, and he was considered a quote unquote injury risk. He's been, him and Tariq Skubal have been the two best pitchers in the American League. So it can go either way, like anything, I guess.
I'm not opposed to trading Crawford. Maybe you get someone who's slightly a little healthier, a little more durable than Buxton. He's 31. He's gonna. You got 3 more years.
Yeah, but again, you're not getting. If you're going to get Buxton, anybody but Buxton, VG, it's going to cost you Painter or the third base Aiden Miller.
Yeah, remember too, guys, the flip side of this argument is they could have, back in the day, they could have traded Chase Utley, right? They had Placido Polanco, and they were kind of all in anyway.
Yeah.
You could have traded Utley. You could have traded Ryan Howard. There's plenty of examples. They did trade Ryan Sandberg back in the day. I know we're really going back in the day, but there are examples where it does come back to bite you.
Yeah. No, fair. All right.
I'm looking. Ryan O'Hearn has the 12th best OPS. In the American League right now on the Orioles team that's bad. That's the guy that maybe you could get that's not going to cost you much, right?
Right.
His OPS is right there with Cody Bellinger and Bobby Witt and Brent Rooker, ahead of guys like Vladimir Guerrero. Maybe that's a guy you get on the cheap, VG, that would maybe fit your description.
Yeah, I just like Buxton because he solves. And again, I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you on VG with fragility, but he solves your lineup because he bats leadoff. He solves center field, and he's a right-handed bat. Like, he checks all 3 of those boxes. So, am I rolling the dice on health? Yeah, I get it. But right-handed bat, center field, and leadoff.
Would you rather have him or Joe Ryan?
Joe Ryan?
Yeah, they said Joe Ryan's on the trading block. They're talking.
Yeah, but I got enough. I got a surplus of starting pitchers. What else am I going to do? I'd rather go with Buxton and Jax or Duran.
I agree.
You know, in that sense.
I agree.
All right, I got to do one thing. We got to talk about Parks Casino. All right, I got to tell you about Parks Casino.
Cool.
All right, here's what's going on at Parks Casino. They have it all. Cool summer vibes await you at Parks Casino, our casino of choice. They have it all. Action, excitement, headline entertainment, great restaurants. Plus, all summer long, swing by the Bet Park Sportsbook for every home game this baseball season. Enjoy the ultimate Philly fan experience. Boys, $1 hot dogs.
Like it.
Oh, man.
$3 Miller Lights.
$3 beers.
Yeah.
Wall-to-wall action on the giant screens. But a $1 dog, $3 Miller Lights every home game.
We got to go.
We got to do that. Plus, check out all the concerts and more at the state-of-the-art Excite Center. Collection of award-winning restaurants, Parks Grill Steakhouse, Bamboo Noodle House, Liberty Bell Gastropub, Beer Garden, the best cover bands in the 360 Lounge. This Friday, Ear Candy takes the stage.
Nice.
Saturday night, Dirty Dance and Rock Band performs.
Cool.
Parks Casino, this is how you win. Pennsylvania's #1 casino, parkscasino.com for tickets to all shows. Got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right. Now let's start the game. Death match number 2, Balboa Creed. Mike won. He's got honors. So he will go first. Here we go. We're going to do a little start off with national, and then we'll go to local.
Okay.
I was drafted by the Colts, refused to play for them, and then became a legend in the AFC.
John Elway.
You're keeping score. That would be ding, ding. All right.
Wait. First of all, what am I going to say, Mike, here? What am I going to say?
You're going to say, come on, that's a layup.
Dude, what do you want, dude?
I
Stop
better
complaining.
get a poster dunk after that. I mean, my freaking 98-year-old grandmother would get that. Come on.
He's not
We're working up
wrong.
to it, Brain.
He's
We're
not
working
wrong.
All
up
right, you want to throw it out? We'll throw it out.
That's just,
All right, that's
Jesus.
okay.
I thought this was are you bringing Mike Sielski? The guy knows what he's talking about. We're not talking
All right.
about some
Listen, I got a million of
That's
these
embarrassing
questions.
to him, too.
All right. Enough. Stop crying. What a crybaby.
That was
All
that
right.
question.
Shut up.
My child.
Mike,
And
I was the #1 pick in 2007 and out of the league by age 25.
Jamarcus Russell.
Correct.
No, that's fair. Good job, Mike.
Correct. You got no problem with that, Brain?
No. I'm not asking who's the best basketball player from North Carolina.
Top team Brain.
Shut up.
That was a fair one.
I played in Arkansas, rushed for over 1,600 yards in 2010, then flamed out, Brain.
Darren McFadden.
Correct.
Nice one, Brain.
Should have got that. That was an easy
That was
layup.
a tough one.
That wasn't
I'm
tough.
not disagreeing.
That's
I'm
tough.
not disagreeing.
I was a stud tight end drafted in the 7th round out of Kent State.
A stud tight end drafted in the 7th round out of Kent State. Julian Edelman.
Nope. Antonio Gates.
Incorrect. Brain.
Antonio
Gates is correct to steal.
Ooh.
Brain
I needed
comes
that.
up with a
Needed it.
steal.
Needed it, man. Needed it.
All right.
This is to Brain, right? This question is to Brain.
Yes. I was the MVP of the 2015 World Series, known for my laser arm and deep center field grabs.
Shoot, I'm not someone who remembers years who went 2015 World Series. I 2015 World Series, known for my laser arm and center field grabs. I don't know who won the World Series in 2015.
Clock on these.
Yeah.
I'm do like
I'm
20
just going to
seconds.
pass it to Mike. I don't know who won the World Series in 2015.
No guess? Center field for the
Yeah, not many
Royals in
make it.
2015, basically.
Oh, you're telling me? Oh, it was the Royals, and it would be. Oh my God, it was. It wasn't Sal Perez. It was. Oh my God, not Sal Perez. Who was the Royals?
5,
Freaking
4, 3, 2, 1.
Mike.
I'm spaced.
Was it Lorenzo Cain?
Oh,
Correct.
Good job. Lorenzo
Prediction.
Cain would not have got that.
Cain.
Yeah. Good job, Mike. Yeah, Lorenzo Cain. He was a nice player. Not
He was
much
a good
power.
player, yeah.
Good job.
I was
That
lucky.
good-
I
I would
covered
not
that
have gotten
series.
that one. That one
Yeah.
I just would not have gotten. Very good job.
All right.
Lorenzo
This
Cain.
is gonna be an interesting one.
Oh, boy.
I was a number 2 overall pick in the 90s. I averaged 11 points a game and somehow made 2 All-Star teams.
Number 2 overall pick in the 90s, averaged 11 points a game and made 2 All-Star teams. Ethan, 6. Marcus Camby?
Incorrect. Brain.
Well, that was such a good guess. I almost like giving it to him. Number 2 pick in the 90s. Like Stacey Augmon was like not the number 2 pick. I don't know. That's a good question. I know this is no, it's not even the 90s. I can't even say it. I don't know.
Sean Bradley.
He made 2 All-Star
made
teams?
2 All-Star games.
Yes.
I'm called.
I thought of Bradley, and I thought he didn't make an All-Star team. How can that be possible?
Wait, I got to look this up. Wait a minute. This is to me like a
look
Rich
it up.
Son of
I
Ron's
told it came from
Bradley made 2 All-Star
ChatGPT. It came out of ChatGPT.
I think
I'm looking this
ChatGPT
up.
is wrong. I got
cannot
no
imagine.
All-Star games.
Really? Because I was
Never.
shocked.
None.
I was like,
none.
I got no All-Star
None.
games with him.
None.
ChatGPT's wrong.
Yes.
Oh my
ChatGPT was
God.
wrong.
You gotta
Mike,
be
you
kidding
were
me.
correct. First of all, your guess, Mike, was such a good guess. I don't even know how that was wrong, your guess.
It was. It was a great guess.
And
I apologize.
and
Great
Sean
guess.
Bradley
Like, I'm
averaged 8 points a game.
Oh, ChatGPT.
Other than that, everything about the question was
Mother
right.
father.
Yeah, other than that.
ChatGPT, as I say, it's like when you watch the analytics, when they go, there's a 48% chance, there's 39% chance. I'm like, who checks the analytics person? We just assume they're correct.
Right. I'm checking ChatGPT. I'm going, it's got to be right, right?
Man, that Marcus Camby pick, though, I got to tell you, I'm actually really curious.
That was a great guess.
He did not make the All-Stars, Marcus Camby.
Still a great guess.
Really? I actually thought
Two-time
he was a
defensive
really
player,
good player.
first team, and averaged 9.5 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We got to
That
throw
is
that
a-
question out. Well, it doesn't matter because neither one of us got it right.
It doesn't
so-
matter, but that was, I can't believe he didn't make an All-Star. I actually thought he was a really good player. He was one of my favorites, actually.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I thought the same thing. I'm like, wow. That's why I asked it, because I was like, I didn't know that Sean Bradley made. How did he make the All-Star team?
I can't. I mean, that to me would have been like, but I give again. That was such a good guess by Mike. I still can't believe Camby.
Camby was selected number 2 in '96. Nice pull.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
think
why
that
I
was
guessed
such a
it.
good guess. Like I almost, I told you, I feel like giving him credit. I'm not going to, but I feel like giving that as the win because to come up with that name that quickly, that's hard to do. It was
And ChatGPT needs a
Tom
tune-up.
Brady.
Chat's asking if Daryl Morey made these questions up.
Yeah, exactly.
You-
Oh, God.
I got 1,000 questions over ChatGPT. I'm like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
We gotta check the
I'm
work
looking at this
now.
one baseball one's wrong. Like,
Shut up. How
All
about
right,
this?
Brains up, right?
How about, are you ready? Who's up?
Brains
Mike is-
up.
No,
Brains
Mike,
up.
it's 2-2. No, because that one didn't count. No, when neither of us got
That
that.
didn't count.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we're up. We're on Mike, and I didn't get it right anyway on the thing. So it's Mike's up. We're still 2-2.
Okay.
It's Mike.
All
All
right.
right.
Name the Eagles DC who quietly exited the stage left to become a Lions assistant.
The Eagles defensive coordinator who quietly exited to become
A Lions assistant.
an assistant. Oh, man. Bill Davis?
Wow, that was a great guess. Incorrect.
Is it? Oh my God! I'm thinking of the guy who was the, he was the offensive line coach and he switched to defense. I don't know. I cannot believe I'm spacing. on his
No,
name.
I know who you're talking about. No.
Oh, it's not. It's not. Oh my God!
You're thinking of Juan.
Well, it's wrong anyway. But
Juan
the
Castillo.
guy who,
Juan Castillo, yeah.
yeah, Juan
No,
Castillo,
it was Schwartz who went back there.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, Jim Schwartz, of course.
That's
Yeah.
right. I forgot about that.
Gosh,
Sure, it was Schwartz, of course.
I should have gotten that. I should have gotten that. I should have got. That was an easy.
Same.
Give me. That's too easy. How about this one? Who's up? Brain?
Mike, no, Mike is.
Mike is up.
No, I missed that one. So you're
No,
up.
but I missed it too.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah,
it is my turn. Right, it's
Yeah,
my
so
turn.
it's
Right,
your
right,
turn.
right.
Right.
My turn. Okay.
I hit over 300 for the Phillies in the 80s. And people hated me.
People hated you.
I hit over 300 three times for the Phillies in the 80s, and people hated me.
It's funny. I wanted to say Von Hayes, but I can't see Von Hayes ever getting 300. But the 5-for-1 Von. I mean,
You're
three
correct.
times and the people hated. Oh, it's
Yeah.
Von Hayes.
Yep,
Yeah,
Von
give it
Hayes.
to him.
Von
Okay,
Hayes.
okay. I didn't know he had 300. Is that a Chat GPT thing?
Yeah. I mean, I got to give him a credit. You
Yeah.
said I want to say Von Hayes. Mike,
Yeah,
you cool with
I
that?
would have said that, but I didn't.
Yeah,
think he had
totally
300.
cool
I
with
think it was
that.
more like a 270 hitter.
Totally
Mike-
cool with that.
What college did Ryan Howard go to?
Southwest Missouri State.
Correct.
3-3.
Wow, Tooch
By
got
the
Von
way,
Hayes
I
too.
can't. I have to be honest. So I look. Von Hayes only hit 300 once in 1980s. Again, I have the thing. I can't. I don't want to take credit if I don't deserve it. It was an incorrect Chat GPT, Anthony. I didn't think he did it, and he didn't. I can't. Again, I don't want to
Yeah,
take
but
credit
here's the
when I
thing,
don't deserve
Brain.
it.
Here's the thing that what puts that question over the top. The reason you got it is because Anthony said, and everybody hated him,
which I
you know,
amended.
Yeah, but he only did it once. I don't want to. I mean, if you want to give me different credit, I don't
Forget
want to
about
take
it, Brain. The friggin' Chat GPT. I thought that this was going to be, but I struck gold. It's wrong.
Yeah, it's
I'm
wrong,
afraid
man.
of these
That's fine. I
questions
don't
now.
wanna-
They're all
I-
friggin'
I
for
don't- Mike
bogus.
doesn't deserve to lose on BS.
we gotta revolt against our robot overlords. This
Yeah.
is not good.
I didn't
That
think he
tells
did it.
you it's all bogus.
That's when you
Yeah.
watch the NFL games and they go, "This is 49 and this is 59." I always say, "Who's checking that?" That's just what this is my
So
whole
he
theory
didn't
in
hit
life.
300 Von Hayes at all.
Ever?
Once. I'm looking at it. 305, 1986. You had a 292.
This is the greatest. This whole thing is all.
The
I
scam.
have 200 questions, and I'm afraid to ask a question because they're just all a mess.
I know.
Oh my
But what
God!
do you want to punt the rest of the game and then we'll come back at a later date?
Yeah,
and we have-
I'll do my own questions.
yeah.
Which
yeah.
Oh,
It's
oh,
I
3-3.
did the first
It's
time.
3-3
we're
now
tied
anyway.
3-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
got to punt. It's not fair. I'm afraid to ask more questions.
Well, you know what? You can have VG vet it to look it up real quick.
No, it's too. We'll do it another time. We'll fit. We'll
All right, man.
Okay.
We'll do it, and I'll do the questions myself. Like I did the first time. I figured this would be even more interesting. I was
Yeah.
like, I went to ChatGPT and I go, give me interesting, snappy questions that are, and I even made it too easy. I went harder because the first 25 are too easy.
How about this one I just tried?
I'm
I put-
surprised ChatGPT didn't say John Elway was drafted by the Eagles.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
That was great, Mike. That
I was
a
looking
great
down
one.
here. One of them is I threw a perfect game on a Wednesday afternoon and pitched for the Cubs and Phillies. And the answer is Cole Hamels. He never pitched a perfect game, did he?
No. That's why I didn't answer the. That's why I didn't answer that question.
What? This ChatGPT, now I have to question everything about everything now.
Yeah. I'm not even sure Anthony is your real name.
It's unbelievable.
This now the whole thing is like this ChatGPT.
Because these tech nerds don't know sports. They don't know sports, the tech nerds. ChatGPT's database is all screwed up.
But here's the thing, though.
Blame the nerds.
It's drawing from all these stats. Like, it should get it right.
This is awesome.
You
How about this? Is this an accurate
for everyone
one?
watching, this should be a good lesson. Like ChatGPT, just make sure, I don't know, like it's not the 11th commandment, right? It may not be correct.
That's
Here.
How
right.
we know this.
This doesn't count, but see if this is an accurate question. I played quarterback, wide receiver, and return kicks during my time with the Eagles from 2009 to 2011. Played quarterback, wide receiver, and return kicks. They're saying Brad Smith.
Was it Jeremy Bloom?
Brad Smith, they're saying.
Brad Smith.
Oh, Brad Smith, Brad from Missouri.
Yeah, but he was with I think he was with the Jets for one of those years.
I mean, some are legit. All right, how about this one? Let's have one quick. Who did the Eagles? Did Andy Reid? Who were the Eagles playing when Andy Reid benched Donovan McNabb?
Oh, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
And halftime. Yeah, correct. It was like 14-0 or something, and and Kevin Cobb came in.
Who did they play the week before? This is off my memory. Who did they play the week before, Brain, that ended in a tie? Where McNabb threw over 50 times in a
wasn't there a game where
wind.
they did? Was it the wasn't the Bengals?
Yes, it was.
Was it the Bengals? Okay.
You remember? Mike knew. Mikey had that Catbird kind of deal. Who did the Phillies acquire? Let's see about this. In 2007 to help them win their first NL East title, Mike. Late acquisitions at the deadline.
So Taguchi?
Tahito, yes.
Okay.
Now that was impressive. Now that to me would be like that.
Tadahito Iguchi.
The opposite of the John Elway question. That to me, the degree of difficulty, if it was the judges for the gymnastics would give that a 10. That was impressive.
All right. Who was the pitcher that they acquired from the Twins that same year?
Kyle Loesch.
Loesch!
Kyle Loesch.
Excellent. Did you know that, Brad?
Kyle Loesch.
Yeah, I couldn't. It's funny. I mean, he was a guy that I don't like the pitchers. And I know they've had some success with some of those. They call them the innings eaters. But Kyle Loesch to me was a guy. Every time he would pitch, I would expect 5 innings and allow 8 hits, or 6 innings, 9 hits, and just 3 runs if everything went well.
All right, I'll give you this one, Brain. What Miami defensive end did the Eagles select ahead of Palomalu, Suggs, and Asamoah?
Jerome McDougal. Yeah, that was a bad one. Jerome McDougal.
That's a good one. Who was the bust pick in 2014 from Louisville?
Marcus Smith.
Correct.
Smith. Yeah, that was no.
Like those are really easy.
Yeah.
Really, yeah, those are.
Yeah.
Well,
That you guys will crush.
ChatGPT is like, I will provide the humans with easy questions.
I know it's so funny. Like these questions are like like the Jerome McDougal. It had UCLA. I remember he went to Miami.
Yeah, see, it's all suspect. Yeah, it's all suspect.
Wow.
So the whole thing
I
is
can't
phony.
believe this.
I
can't believe this, Anthony.
I wonder if Grok's better than ChatGPT.
Oh, it might be.
I used to look stuff up all the time. I just assumed it was right.
Yeah.
Fake news,
Like
baby.
eye-opening
Fake
to me.
news.
Yes. Yes. All right. Last thing, I'll leave you guys. We thank you for the effort. I apologize for failing with ChatGPT.
No, not your fault, man. Not your fault.
Yeah.
A couple things. We're 51 days from Eagles. All right. ESPN did this top 10 quarterback list. All right. The comp that they had for Jalen Hurts, which I like, which VG did not, was Russell Wilson. Mike, what do you think?
I think it's perfectly appropriate. I think it lines up well. I think the reason VG is balking is because nobody likes Russell Wilson. Everybody knows he's a phony.
That's part of it. Yes.
So that's what it comes down to. But as a player, it's 100%. Like what Hurts is now compared to what Russ was then.
Right? Like, I remember saying that Russ was a winner, which he did. I mean, he won a lot of games.
Yeah, look, to me, here's my thing about Hurts, and I don't know how you guys feel about this. Like, if this were 1989 or 1993, we would have a much higher opinion of Jalen Hurts because we wouldn't be looking at him solely through the prism of A, stats, and B, like game film.
Yes.
And like, ooh, he doesn't, his throwing motion isn't as great as Justin Herbert's is. All these guys who make a cottage industry out of breaking down film or purporting to break down film. We would look at it and say, hey, if your team is down 24-17 with 6 minutes to go, Jalen Hurts rises to the occasion and drives them for the winning touchdown. And the way we look at the quarterback position has changed over all that time.
Excellent. Brain?
For me, again, I think Jalen Hurts is a winner. I think Russell Wilson was a winner. But in terms of how they play, look, they were both mobile, but to me, they were different in different ways. Like that's saying Josh Allen and Michael Vick. They're both mobile, but they did it in completely different ways. To me, Russell Wilson was more like, if you were going against him, I couldn't stand it because he would sneak around and be like squirmy and get away and whatnot.
Yeah, well, they're different style runners, but what they have in common, and I liked it.
His deep ball is to me like a much better like arcing pass. Like I trusted his.
Yeah, well,
he
throws moon balls. Right.
Yeah, and the moon ball he threw to me was a better pass than what I think his ceiling was.
Well, you
definitely
complained
higher.
about the deep ball comparison.
I think
Russell
Jalen's got a better deep ball.
Brain says Russ had a better deep ball.
No,
I think Russell Wilson, that was the best part of his game. I think Russell Wilson was at his peak was better than Jalen Hurts. But Jalen doesn't mean, by the way, they put this thing today. They had the best 25 teams. I thought that's where you're going, Anthony. Best 25 teams in the last 25 years. And the Eagles last year were ranked 4th.
Yeah, I made this argument before. It is too low. They're number 1. Who's better?
Yeah.
They had the Patriots. They had the Patriots won.
No.
The year that didn't win it.
I would disagree with that. Who else would you say was better? Mike, I think they're the top of the 25 years. I think the Eagles are number 1, and that's not a goggle pick.
18-3. You're up 34 points in the Super Bowl. You basically win the Super Bowl by 34 points. You have the number 1 defense in the NFL. You have the best player in the league that season in Saquon Barkley. They're number 1.
Yes.
They certainly, you can make the argument for sure. They had them number 4. It's not like they slighted them. They put them quite high. They had a lot of Eagles teams.
I think that's a slight.
They had like 3 or
4
4
is
of
a
them. Didn't
slight.
they? I think they had
2's not a slight. 4's a slight.
Yeah.
They should have gone 20-1.
It could be.
Like they should have gone 20-1.
Yes.
Who did they have 2, Mike? Do you remember who did they have 2?
I don't know.
I was curious if they had 2 then and 3. I'm I think they. I'm trying to think who they had 2 and 3. They probably had the Patriots. I don't know. I'm curious who there was 2 and 3. If it wasn't the Eagles, I'm curious. Because they did say after the 4 games, he said the Eagles were the best team in NFL history. After they were 2-2, their stats were the best.
How hard is that? Stats. Well, watch the freaking games. Stats. Freaking hate stats.
True.
All right, last thing. Sixers. Are you buying? Are you buying it? Are you in the decimated NBA Eastern Conference? Are you in and buying? Brain, I'll start with you.
Buying. I mean, again, no, I'm not buying. You could. buying. Maybe
you had VJ coming out.
I'm going to give you
monster
my quick,
game 1. Shut him down.
Best over-under pick. Toronto Raptors over this year, guys. But no, he looked great, and that was good. But Paul George is already hurt.
He just got
already hurt.
He got surgery.
He was hurt. They cleaned him up. He's good to go.
You already know the answer. Anthony, you already know the answer. This am I buying in?
Anthony, I
Michael!
have to ask. Anthony, I have to ask. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah,
No,
I
I didn't give you my answer. I'm just asking you the question.
Yeah, but the
I pray that you're
enthusiasm
good.
that you asked the question with leads me to wonder if, like,
It's
you know,
called tongue in cheek.
Nah, he's buying in,
I'm
Mike.
glad
He's
you're,
ready
like,
to go. He's
hallucinating.
buying in.
You're like hallucinating from dengue fever or something like that. Like, what is happening here, dude?
I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. Brady, you got a pick on the All-Star game?
No, it's funny though. They've really caught up. These totals, Anthony, used to be 9.5. See what it is? It's now down to 7. But again, I always say, one sport in the world, you know, well, maybe a good goaltender in hockey too, but in football, great offensive score all the time. Basketball, you don't stop LeBron James or Shea Gilgeous. They still score their 25 points. Baseball, Tariq Skubal doesn't give up runs, no matter who he faces. So, you know, probably going to be an under game again.
Mike, what are you working on? What should be reading? What can we help you with?
I wrote ironically enough, I wrote a Paul George column that should be dropping on the Inquirer website within the hour.
Yes.
I'm trying to think.
You're talking
I-
about how Paul George is going to come back with a big time rebound season.
Podcast Paul, absolutely. Podcast Paul's on the mend. And I actually traded emails with Bill James because I'm going to be heading up to Cooperstown next week for Dick Allen's Hall of Fame induction.
Wow.
So I got a column coming about how Bill James kind of stood in the way of Allen's induction for all these years. And I got a comment.
wow.
from him about that.
Wow. That's fascinating. What was his beef?
He basically, he argued in a book back in 1994 that Allen was so disruptive to the teams that he was on, personality-wise, that he should never get into the Hall of Fame. And that was kind of held up for a long time as a reason that Dick never got inducted. And so I reached out to James and said, what do you think now? And, you know, you can read all about it when the column drops.
I love that.
Nice.
That's a great tease. Love it.
Nice.
Love it. My boys, you guys are the greatest. I'm sorry
Appreciate you.
that I'm sorry. I was all excited because I had all these different categories and everything.
Don't trust Cuz GPT, man.
No.
We learned something, though. It wasn't all lost. We learned something.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's a great exercise. Hey, it's always fun chopping it up with you guys.
It
You
is.
guys are the best. Love you guys. Thanks, boys.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks,
Be good.
guys.
There they are. Mike Sielski, the brain, Brad Feinberg.
To be a lesson to the students out there, watch it on break. Don't trust ChatGPT for your projects.
That's unbelievable. Dude, you should see somebody. I started reading.
I was like, am I crazy? I had to look up. I was like, Cole Hamels threw a perfect game.
right.
No.
No, not at all. And then the best is, you're like, Lorenzo, because I'm like, Lorenzo Cain wasn't an MVP. I'm serious. I'm like, did I miss that? Like, Lorenzo Cain? What are you talking about?
Was
Crazy.
Antonio Gates a 7th round pick? At this point, I don't know.
All right, we're in overtime because I want to do some nugs. OT, overtime. All right, we love it. All right, what kind of nugs we got?
Our friend Alex Coffey did a good piece. He did a dive on our boy Gage Wood.
I'm loving some Gage.
He's got a nickname. His family's given him at birth, and it's stuck. He's Fathead.
Fathead. Wow.
He was born weighing 11 pounds. And they said he had some Michelin Man moments as a kid, like as an infant. He would have it on his travel jerseys.
Oh, dude, that's great.
Everybody in his town calls him Fathead. They know him as Fathead.
That's fabulous. That is fabulous. Oh, I love it.
Dude, this is a weird one. Atlanta's got a special hot dog for the All-Star game.
You saw it?
I saw that. Yeah, loading it
saw
up
the
here. I
pic-
saw
yeah.
the picture.
Yeah, it's a deep-fried foot-long hot dog rolled in hot Cheetos and crushed Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, God, that sounds
Like,
horrible.
I mean, I like to get high, but you got to be seriously high to think of this concoction of stuff.
wait.
I would eat it if there were no Fruity Pebbles. If you, were
got to
just
go
hot
Fruity
Cheetos,
Pebbles or the Cheetos.
You can't go
no,
both.
Hot Cheetos.
no
Yeah.
Fruity Pebbles.
I mean, I'm a fan
on
of
a hot
the Fruity
dog?
Pebbles.
On a hot dog.
Well, they're
And the
going for the
breading.
sweet sour.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm out on that.
Yeah, that. I agree with it. It should be one or the other. But first of all,
It's called the Bless Your Heart dog.
deep frying a hot dog,
That's a lot.
that's like deep frying poison.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't look
my
right.
Well, you got to make the poison taste good.
That thing does not look right.
No.
That thing does not. No, look at that thing. That thing's evil.
Yeah.
That's an evil concoction.
You should probably have to be 18 and over if you're buying hot dog.
I think so.
No,
Yeah.
actually 18 and younger, because all the young people kids can thwart off that poison.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Could you imagine eating that? It sounds horrible.
Oh, the heartburn afterwards? Oh, it'd be horrible.
Dude, have you heard what's going on with Teddy Bridgewater?
No.
All right, so he's a volunteer high school coach.
Okay.
Maybe his alma mater where he went.
Right.
They don't pay him anything.
Right.
So he has spent thousands of dollars on his own money every week. He does pregame meals. He does Uber rides for players so they don't have to worry about their parents working. They get to practice and stuff. He does field maintenance. He does like post-game like treatments so they heal. He got suspended because he's not allowed to pay. You're not allowed to give these kids this kind of like financial stuff.
Are you
He's not even a paid coach, and they're suspending him because
now,
he's
which school? What district is this? Where state?
Miami Northwestern. So I guess it's Florida. Yeah.
Wow.
For reportedly giving impermissible benefits to his players.
That's terrible.
Out of control, right?
That's
The
terrible.
dude's doing the right thing, giving these kids a hand, and they suspend him for it.
Oh, that's awful.
It's outrageous. I
It is outrageous.
Because I know just from what, I coach some kids that are struggling and financially, like getting them rides because both parents are working or just the mom's working and like getting rides.
No,
Like,
they get
you
the
can't
ride.
give them, you can't send Ubers to the kids and pick them up. That's an impermissible benefit.
That's a shame.
It is a shame. It's terrible. The guy's giving back.
Yes.
Doing the right
He's
thing.
doing the right thing.
And he's giving his own time and money.
Yeah.
What a prince.
Yeah. Seriously.
Teddy's a prince.
Yeah.
I always liked Teddy.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
I was a Teddy guy.
Two gloves.
First of all, Teddy is a great name.
Yeah. Teddy
is a
Two
good
Gloves.
Teddy.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Teddy.
You remember Jimmy Graham, Saints legend?
Yeah.
You have any clue what he's up to right now?
No idea.
All right. He is in the middle of currently rowing across the Arctic Ocean. Yeah. He'll sleep a maximum of 90 minutes in a row for 24 hours in 2-hour intervals. Well, he is rowing across the Arctic.
Oh, wait.
Insane.
So that's unbelievable. He sleeps every 2 hours for 90
He will
minutes.
stay,
Dude, that's crazy. How cold is it?
I don't know. The Arctic sounds pretty cold.
Gotta be freezing.
I mean,
They were bundled
no,
up.
it's summertime,
Yeah.
right? But
15 in summer.
Right, the Arctic Circle on water.
Yeah. Winds, howling.
Let me find this other one.
That's insane.
Tony
Tony the ref, our buddy Tony the ref, spent over. He said that Teddy spent over $200,000 for this team.
What?
Wow.
Over $200K.
Wow.
How nuts is that?
Just to do it?
God bless him.
Yeah. We talk about youth pitchers in baseball. The Giants drafted a kid, Reed Worley, and he was demonstrating the way he holds his breaking ball. And it's
I've kind of been taught it as a kid and just found something comes to about 8, 9 years old. Always called it a cutter. But I take the horseshoe right there and then put a little pressure.
When it comes out of his glove.
Curve the finger.
Wow.
What?
What?
So,
How does he do that with his finger?
And that's when
right?
you figure was comfortable.
yes,
And
sir.
then, all right, so hold it again.
That's crazy. That's a crazy.
How do you come up with
grip.
that, too? Like, who comes up with that?
Like you're going like I'm trying to do that grip.
Nah, dude.
That grip.
I would break my finger trying to do it.
That's unbelievable. That grip. You ever see a grip like that, Sammy? You awake?
Hey, you remember David Wright?
Yeah, I hate David Wright.
David Wright's got a show, I guess, called on the SNY network out there called The Right Way. So he mentioned
That's a novel title.
He mentioned the Phillies a little. He mentioned Philadelphia a little bit. In
He
it.
hated Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I was about as nice and exchanged pleasantries on the baseball field as much as possible. I didn't do that with the Phillies, just because there was there was not much. I mean, the city, the fans, the organization, the players, I mean, anything. They may be the best people on the face of the earth, but I'm not rooting for anything with Philadelphia, no matter what sport.
You right. You stink. You stink right.
And before you get back in day, one more, because I never heard of fire NATO. So the weather's crazy. Utah, Deer Creek Fire Department in Utah.
Tornado.
It's burned over 10,000
tornado
acres.
That's in a
It's just
funnel?
fire. It's a moving fire funnel tornado.
Oh my God. What the hell?
Dude, I don't know.
That thing is frightening.
Scary.
A fire.
What is going on in this world?
Burned more than 10,000 acres. Yeah, completely out of control. The weather is nuts. Did you see New York City last night? Oh my God, the subways were flooded out. It was the flooding of North Jersey. Plainfield, I think New Jersey was underwater. The subways are flooding out.
Subways flooded out?
Yeah.
That's like that
There's water pouring
movie,
into
The
subways.
Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
I
Water
do,
going
yeah.
into subways?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So originally, like, you know, it's all about like whatever it is, climate change, whatever. But the story is like the rains come, right? And it's like this mass flooding and crazy storms, and the subways flood.
Dude, it's
And then it turns to cold. First it was like heat.
Yeah, and then it
Then
freezes.
it was rain, and then it was like frigid cold.
Yeah. Everything
saw it?
ices over.
You
Yeah.
never saw it?
No.
That's a great
Worth a
like
watch.
late night
all right.
click and stick.
Yeah.
You know, it's stupid. You know, who's the dude in it?
What's his name?
You know.
What's that actor's name? Oh my gosh.
Ben Stiller.
No, not Ben Stiller.
No, it's
I'm gonna
you
go
know,
crazy if I don't look
movie
this up.
star type kid.
Will Ferrell.
No. Who is it's
it's a
Dennis Quaid.
serious
Dennis
movie.
Quaid.
Yeah, well, Quaid, but he's
Oh,
not
Jake Gyllenhaal.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, Quaid, Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's
Just
one of
trying to
these-
survive.
Yeah, it's just survival. You know, it's one of those blockbuster. You know, and they have to go to because of climate change. Everybody has to. It's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to go to Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Like the surviving
Yeah.
people.
The border's open. Everyone can just roll.
Well, yeah, it was like a whole big thing. Whatever. Took out the whole population except for like Jake Gyllenhaal, Dennis Quaid, and his wife.
Well, there's videos
Great
out there of
wife.
like people on the subway, and you just see water pouring in the subway station and stuff. It's wild.
Really?
Yeah. Someone in the chat just said, I saw Jersey Turnpike was flooded out. Peeling on you said Jersey Turnpike was flooded out.
Oh, great! I got to drive to South Carolina.
Yeah, Joe Rocket said Ben Salem was underwater on State Road. It was wild last
Yeah,
night.
these,
Really?
These storms have been
The storm
Every day it's a storm dropping
Yeah.
inches, like an inch or two every day.
Well, you know, it's nuts too because like, we didn't get really hit last night, but like my buddy, like Boo, his power goes off all the time.
Yeah, that's wild. My buddy in not Ben Salem, Bucks County, like Southampton, my brother-in-law, he's always losing power.
He bought a generator. He's like, I mean, if that guy had a generator. Wow. Because he loses power constantly.
Yeah, it's never been this
And
bad.
he's
No,
a Delco.
the storms have never been this crazy, this consistently. It's every
It's been
day.
like 5 months.
No, I know.
feel
I'm,
like.
I'm nuts.
Yeah.
And just the amount, like every day, it looks like it's going to storm, rain.
It looks like it's about to right now.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, it's
From
nuts.
3 to 6, expect a storm.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Anyway. All
Back
right,
in the
let's
day.
go back in the day. Back.
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back in the day.
2014. Chase Utley starts and gets a hit. Do you know the pitcher? Can you name the pitcher?
In 2014?
Yes. It's his first at bat.
I mean, this is past your prime, Chase.
Yeah. John Lester.
Oh, from the Cubs.
Yeah.
Lefty.
He was Chase is the lone Philly representative in this game.
That's the dark days. Let's go back to that. That's
It's on this day, man.
Yeah, but you go back to the All-Star game, million All-Star games. You go back to that game. That's a slop game. 2014, no film.
Chase representing us, getting a hit.
Yeah, they get
Good
straight
solid double.
And then he left to the Dodgers. Him and Jimmy defected to the Dodgers. Anyway, that's going to do it. Enjoy the All-Star game. Everybody.
Safe journeys.
Yeah.
Good luck on
man.
the
Good
tourney.
luck.
On the diamond. Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. Driving 12 hours.
Oh, I hate driving long
So do I.
distance.
Hate driving, period.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Everybody have a great day. We love you. All right, be careful. We'll see you tomorrow.
We all silly like the mayor.